Morning glory and hallelujah, everybody. It is the morning after with Nick and Big J. We are off the power play, back at full strength.
What?
That's not how power plays work, Big
That's
J.
me climbing over the wall.
You use a snap count to do that?
It's a grunt.
I got it. Okay. It sounded more like you were trying to
Say
have
hut,
somebody,
hut.
snap the ball to you. But nonetheless, we have returned. Not that Big J went anywhere, but I have returned.
God, I wish.
And
I wish I went somewhere.
That's next month, right?
The hell. Oh, yeah.
and-
That's going to be great.
And of course, we have ourselves a full Monday planned for you, Big J. How was your weekend? Let's get into this.
Let's see. Weekend, if we include Friday night, was great. Friday night was awesome at the Heritage Social Club. We raised almost $950.
Nice.
So close to 1,000. That's awesome with the Riffs of Fury show, Rock and Alzheimer's. And that number will climb as we sell shirts. I didn't sell a whole bunch of shirts, so I'll be selling those on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. But other than that, I was smoked. That emptied everything I had. So as far as we're talking like with the grade for this weekend, not going to be good.
So you needed the weekend to recharge.
Yeah. Well, and
You're out late on Sunday.
Yeah, and then Saturday we had a live broadcast.
Uh-huh.
It was hot out, and I was just like, I was done by the time I got home.
I thought that Saturday thing would be good for you because it was fairly early on in the day. It wasn't one of the later ones.
If it had been later, I might have died out there. Died in somebody's arms.
Well, hey, listen, if there's one way to go, it's be surrounded by motorcycles, right, Big J?
God bless it. Yeah.
So, luckily, that did not happen at Carl Cycle Sales. Big J made it out alive, and so did everybody else that went there, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic weekend. Thank you all for having some fun with us and supporting Big J's wonderful nonprofits that he likes to support, which is a great thing. And, of course, I'm sure you saw some friendly faces, some great music, some great bands.
Dude, there's a lot of OGs there. Half the world had a great crowd. They haven't played together in many years, and then they're back together. So it was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
I love that. So, of course, we have a concert announcement today that you're going to want to pay attention to as well. Speaking of music, we also have a chance for you to qualify for another trip. It is Summer of Fun Week 7, Big J. Can you believe it?
Yeah, man.
How does it feel? Where has the last month and a half gone?
All over the place. Hawaii, Iceland.
Oh, I guess you're talking about the trips.
Yeah.
I thought I was talking more like a psychological
got
time.
a couple more days here, and July's in the books.
You're damn right. Get out of here while you're at it. But we have a week-long Alaskan cruise up for grabs this week in Summer of Fun trip number 7. So your first keyword's coming your way to get yourself qualified for that, and isn't that fun? And, of course, we also have a chance for you to win additional things from us over the course of the show today. And we'll talk to Mrs. Big J and get that aforementioned grade that Big J was talking about. But we also play music on this show, so let's get started with some Offspring, kicking things off here on the X Rocks.
Big J.
God, Big J, there was a plane crash yesterday.
Yeah.
In Nampa.
I know.
Small plane crashed into a person's backyard in Nampa, close to the Nampa airport on Venice Street yesterday. 3 people who were on board, unfortunately, passed away in the accident. So the Nampa Police Department spent most of the late afternoon on the scene. The accident occurred around 5:41 yesterday afternoon. The plane crashed into an unoccupied outbuilding. The plane was a Mooney M20, according to the FAA. The registry and flight aware was registered as Sleepytime PLLC. The plane only traveled about 2 miles before crashing. 2 people died at the scene, a third at the hospital. The victims' names have not been released just as of yet. No one inside of the home was hurt, according to the FAA, but they are still investigating as to what happened and why it happened so quickly after takeoff and what was going on. But this is just another thing that's like, it's crazy. It seems to be, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, maybe it's because the information is a little bit more accessible, or it seems like it's happening more, but it does seem, whether it's large aircraft or small aircraft, things are happening, and I don't like it. I'm going to go on the record.
Yeah,
not a fan. And so certainly our thoughts are with the victims in the accident and what happened, and I'm sure the story will come out, but it is certainly, if there is a silver lining in this dark cloud, it's that nobody was in the house at the time and there wasn't additional injuries on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that is certainly something that you don't see happening on a Sunday afternoon very often, certainly not around here. So something to keep in mind, and we will keep you abreast if any details come out as to what happened over the course of that particular accident. Big J, Caitlin Clark is a pretty big deal. Can we at least agree on that?
Yeah,
And
we can.
she has made a huge impact on the WNBA, both in attendance and in ratings. And now she's made a big splash in the sports card world as well. Her rookie card from Panini, which is a royalty flawless patch autographed 1-of-1 rookie card. Obviously, that has one of her jerseys involved. It's also signed by her. It's a pretty big deal. It recently sold for $660,000 at an auction. That is the most expensive women's sports card ever sold, Big J. The sale amounts to basically double of a different one-of-a-kind card that Clark had for her Prism WNBA Signatures Gold Vinyl Autograph Rookie card, which went for $366,000 back in
more
March.
than she makes in the WNBA.
Therein lies the irony. Yes, now she has two cards that have sold over $1 million. She will have to play in the WNBA for about, 8 seasons to make that amount of money. Almost 10 seasons to make that amount of money for two of her. So basically, if she's smart, she signs these cards and then just pockets them and go, I'll sell them on my own when I want to so that I can actually make some money playing this damn sport.
Yeah, hey, Topps, why don't you give me some of these?
Oh, Topps, I don't think is a player anymore. We're talking Panini here, pal. Panini or go home.
Isn't that a way to make a sandwich?
It is, and they're delicious, too, if you eat the cards. I do not recommend too many at once. But
here's what 300,000 tastes like, and not a piece of cake.
They are delicious. Big J, not surprising, the number one movie at the weekend of the box office this weekend was The Fantastic Four: First Steps. It made $118 million, $218 million globally. That was Marvel's first $100 million weekend in a very long time, which is something to say. Superman fell to number two after 3 weeks in the theaters, $24.9 million. Jurassic World still cashing checks at $13 million. F1 made $6.2, and Smurfs made $5.4 in its second weekend at the box office. But a pretty good opening weekend for the Fantastic Four. If all goes well, we're seeing this today for the podcast. I have tried so hard to stay away from anything the internet over the weekend.
Constant.
I still had something spoiled for me this weekend, though. I was very upset about it. One of the the post-credit scenes, just from a picture, but it's like, man, nobody can't stop doing that.
Here's the thing that's also unnerving, especially when, we usually don't make it past the weekend when a movie like this comes out, right? Is the number of people posting video from inside a theater.
Oh, dude, it's omnipresent.
Like, who are you, and why do you think that's okay? It's not okay.
It's not. You're not supposed to do those things. And I think, I don't know if you saw the same post I did, but there's a lot of people complaining about how many movies or phones are out during movie screenings. Like, you have to be told this again. It's one of the many reasons why people hate going to the movie theaters, and maybe it's us that's killing the movie theater experience and not the movie studios and streaming. It might be our fellow moviegoers that make it impossible for other people to enjoy being in that environment because everybody's on their phone or whatever the case may be. But yeah, stop spoiling things. Listen, I don't think you should spoil things no matter what, but certainly not the weekend it comes out. That's bonkers to me.
Yeah, but it's also bonkers to me just that you would take video inside a movie theater and then repost it.
Or even pictures. Don't take pictures. Keep your phone in your pocket. It isn't that hard.
God.
It's not that hard. But they do this because it gets clicks and views and cred and all that kind of stuff.
They need a beatdown. They need to physically be harmed.
Once again,
Physical pain is going to deter somebody. Listen, you can't post a video of you inside a movie theater with broken fingers.
I am not sure the punishment fits the crime.
The hell it doesn't.
Case. There's lots of things that people should get beaten the crap out of for. I'm not sure picking up your phone in your movie theater should be one. Because, then do we do it for watches, too? When people have to start looking at their watches? Because those lights are more annoying to me than phones a lot of times. Everybody checking their watch the second something happens, because smartwatches are almost as egregious as phones. Now, you're not filming something.
I'm talking about filming the movie.
I'm talking about just the distraction of some light being lit up in the theater is equally as annoying to me.
Not even close.
Well, I'm just saying. At what point do you draw the line? Yes, filming something is not okay.
I draw the line when you're pirating inside the movie theater.
Well, I don't know if they're pirating as much as they just want the clips. You're not pirating the whole film.
It's still a
That's
form of
pirating.
Copyright infringement.
You're absolutely right. But it is not okay, and we need to stop, for sure. But it's not hurting the box office, at least not this week. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There is your first round of important stuff. It is the X-Rocks. That That is Green Day, Brain Stew, and Jaded here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Whether you drink them or not, I think you are familiar with soda. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, man.
And sometimes they can be refreshing. Sometimes they can be interesting. Sometimes they can be just flat out delicious, Big J. But you always keep saying, when are they finally going to make a soda that makes me poop? And it's happening, dude.
Ooh, fiber? Fibrous
Not
soda?
quite. No, It's not quite like a laxative, but Pepsi
Drinkable Taco Bell?
is launching a soda that is designed to help out your insides. They're calling it Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. So essentially, like, prebiotics are having a moment. You know, there's the Jamie Lee Curtis yogurt that makes you poop. There's lots of different things out there that help with your gut health. And now this soda is supposed to do so as well. They're going to start selling it online beginning in November, and then it will be in stores next year. It's going to be available in 2 flavors. You can have Original Cola, Prebiotic Cola, and then you can have Cherry Vanilla. Each is about 30 calories, 5 grams of sugar, and then 3 grams of fiber. And no artificial sweeteners in there at all. And so it's supposed to help your gut health, essentially making you go to the bathroom more regularly. And the company says it tastes exactly like a normal Pepsi. I don't know if that's the case or not, but we will see if it's actually functional and it does help with your gut health. Although I'm not sure people will care that much. The question is there a market for it? Have people been pining for, no pun intended, I guess, sodas that will make you go to the bathroom more frequently?
No, but I mean, prebiotics, I mean, it's good for gut health. So, I mean, putting those two together seems like a good idea to get people to at least do something healthy-wise. But I don't know about the rest of the stuff that's in it.
I take prebiotics on a daily basis as well, but I don't know if I want that in my soda. I guess I guess I can understand the 2 birds kind of thing where it's got caffeine and everything. But yeah, does the soda then offset any kind of gut health that you are trying to do with the other God knows what that's inside?
We're kind of told, like, this is supposed to destroy your gut
right.
when it comes to soda and what, like, the competitor for Pepsi will do to you, etc. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos or heard about that, but
you have to go into some
how
detail.
I mean, you can use Coke to, like, derust stuff.
Oh, sure.
Like that.
I imagine Pepsi falls in that category as well. Yeah, there's lots of terrible, awful things happening in soda on a regular basis. Now, this doesn't have any artificial sweeteners, but it doesn't mean there's not 17 other terrible things going on in that drink. Soda, I do believe, has some bad stuff happening, but it's obviously not something that is too different from the original soda that you're drinking. So maybe if you need a little bit of both, there's that. But, like, it is an interesting combination of things. But then, again, there's lots of things out there that have prebiotics in them that maybe would be considered like yogurt. I guess I don't know if anybody would have thought of that until it happened. And now it's considered a regular thing on the shelves. And so I guess it's not normal until you decide to create the product and then see what the marketplace decides. But beginning in November, if you want yourself an opportunity to buy it, it's coming out. Yeah, how long before we call it Poop Pepsi or Pepsi Poop? Pretty quick, right?
Yeah, double P's.
Love it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your soda update. We got ourselves a check-in with Mrs. Big J next on the X-Rocks. Hot Chili Peppers give it away here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is time to find out how Big J's weekend went in terms of how his wife feels it went. So we welcome Kylie on Monday mornings to talk about Big J's weekend. Kylie, good morning. How are you?
I am doing good, thank you.
Of course, thank you very much for getting up early and talking to us.
Jeez.
Now, preemptively, Kylie, Big J fell on the sword early this morning already and said that he didn't do much this weekend. He's coming off of a D last weekend, but he had a lot of stuff going on.
It was a C plus.
No, it was not. It was a D. You thought it should have been.
No, it was a C. She said C plus.
I'm pretty sure last week was a D.
She said C+.
All right, I'm going to go back and look at the grade in the commercial break. But Kylie, how was Big J's weekend in terms of your particular grade?
Well, you know, we have the 2 filters that go in our fridge.
Yeah, the ones that he's been sitting on the counter for almost 2 months.
Yeah, well, I realized he did one of them because yesterday I went to go get some water, and it started spraying me everywhere. And I'm like, oh, my God, what happened? And so I went and did it again. It did it again. And I guess he just didn't run it through the line, but it was making horrible noises and spraying places.
I mean, literally
and then,
10 seconds.
Well, when he got to it finally. Like, I had tried it twice. And then I'm like, you only did one of the filters? He's like, and what did you say? He made some weird comment that, like, he'll do it in time. Like,
Yeah.
we only did one
Yeah.
of the 2 filters.
I'll
Not
take
both.
my time.
Why only do the one? They're not in the same place?
I didn't actually see it next to the other one, and then it's a whole bunch of other stuff that's in the way. I got to move over.
More food. You
Yeah,
said. I
yeah.
got it. Got it.
Food.
Okay. So he got one
He
done.
did get Xbox. Yeah, well, he did have time for Xboxing on Sunday. I think
Yeah, you're
quite a
damn
bit of
right I
Xbox.
did.
Correct. We had the show we went to on Friday, and then he did have a remote on Saturday. So he was somewhat busy, not, crazy busy. But, I mean, no yard work, no, not really anything done. I mean, not really.
Okay.
Much
well,
of anything.
Listen,
Yeah, she's also she's not remembering that I spent a whole week doing multiple jobs around here, and I was spent.
now hang on. She did say you had a lot of work
There
going
was
on.
hardly any sympathy
But
there.
hey, well, listen, Big J, it's not called Big J's Week Grade. You and I have had this conversation
I
before.
understand,
It is Big
but
J's
there's a
Weekend
reason
grade.
why the weekend you sometimes needed to recharge, not do chores.
We're not asking her to grade on a curve, though. That's not
I
fair.
am.
I know you are.
as a human being.
because you want a better grade. But quite frankly, Big J, it's about what gets done if there's anything that needs to get done. And it doesn't sound like it happened. But you did have a lot going on. I think we're all agreeing on that particular case.
I am.
Right. But it does beg the question, Kylie, what does Big J's weekend grade get to be when he doesn't do a whole lot?
So this week, because I know he was busy last week, it's a C minus. But last week it was a C plus.
It was
He
a
at
C.
least
Yeah,
did
it
the
was a
front
C
lawn.
plus, you
All
bastard.
right, listen, I thought I remembered a D.
Watch the social
apologize.
media for crying out
I
loud.
apologize. But thank you very much, Kylie, for joining us. We always
Yeah.
appreciate you
Hey,
calling
thanks
in.
for backing me up there, man.
Thank you.
It's like my best friend, my actual wife, not my work wife. Thank you, babe.
We appreciate you, Kylie. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Take care.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Important stuff is next on the X.
Nick hit the C plus.
Here's traffic inside the TDS. Important stuff
Launch newsfeed.
on the morning after with Nick and Big J.
They did it, Big J. They actually conducted a study to find out what states has the best public school systems in the United States of America, my friend. They broke it down over 32 different metrics, including the Washington, D.C., the district there. So there's 51 technical possibilities where you could rank 1 to 51 as far as the public school system. Now, they focused on quality, safety factors like basically blue ribbon schools per capita, which is something that is given on a federal level, teacher to student ratios, graduation rates, safety concerns. Massachusetts ranked as the top state overall, Big J, and in the quality category as well. The East Coast dominated the list of the best educational system. Top 10 states were Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, Virginia, New Hampshire. Where are the worst? Well, Hawaii ranks 51, Big J. Then Alabama and Louisiana, those are among the worst performing states. Any guess as to where Idaho falls on that list of 51?
Oh, like in the 40s?
You're close. It's 36. 36 out of 51, which is not great.
Good job, Idaho.
It's not the last,
Bunch of dummies.
but it's not up there. And so that continues to be a problem, but I don't think this is surprising. I think everybody knows that that's where we are. We're just not doing anything to help it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it certainly is not a reflection on the people working in the school system who are doing the best they can. But every time we have a levy or an educational thing, it doesn't seem to pass in the state. And that becomes a problem when you have a surplus, but you refuse to spend it on things. Like, I shudder to think where it would be if not for the Idaho Lottery, who actually donates some of the things to Idaho Public Schools. It would be a real problem, I think.
Yeah, if there were, more teachers and, less, drawing a smaller per capita when it comes to teacher-student ratio would be helpful to help teach kids.
Yeah, but we're not helping teachers enough to make that
Right.
happen or giving them the place to do that. And unfortunately, we're tearing them down instead of propping them up, and that becomes a problem as well. And so
I wonder if schools in the East Coast where these grades are better, I wonder if their teachers have to ask and require the parents to give like extra stuff to the school classrooms because they don't have enough stuff.
Yeah, budgeting is
We do
one
that here.
of the metrics that's involved in it, and the East Coast dominated the schools on the Eastern Coast. The states that do well have more budget for the actual public school system. Idaho is ranked, I'm looking at it, 48th out of 51 for how much money we give to public schools. So that's where we are not helping ourselves out at all. But I don't think this surprises anybody. I just don't know if there's enough I know there's not enough being done to help raise that up. But I also think that as there continues to be the privatization v. public schools debate that is currently happening in our country, I don't think that's going to help. The problem is we point at how bad the school system is in Idaho, and then we don't do anything to help it. And then when we have money, we put it into a completely different school system, and therefore the playing field isn't fair. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's basically, I don't know. I can tell you the way that we're doing it isn't working, and the way that we're going probably won't work, and I feel like it's going to be a system that's left behind, but a lot of people don't have the options for anything else, and that really, really bums me out as somebody that has 2 children in Idaho public schools currently. Big J, Bubba Wallace on Sunday became the first black driver to win any major race on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The famed 2.5-mile oval, he claimed the Brickyard 400, Big J. Wallace endured an 18-minute rain delay, 2 overtimes, and really wasn't sure how his fuel was going to go during the stretch. Ultimately, he edged out defending champion Kyle Larson by 0.222 seconds. That's what we like to call a photo finish, Big J.
Yep.
He marked his 3rd NASCAR Cup Series win, snapped a 100-race winless streak dating back to 2022. Also locked himself into the playoffs. Yes, NASCAR has playoffs, in case you were curious. And
Playoffs?
So, way to go. Congratulations. And, the Brickyard ran this weekend. Did you have any idea?
No, I didn't.
That's what I'm here to do. Educate.
Thanks, man.
Big J, I wonder how Warner Brothers is feeling because, they were the ones that benched this Coyote versus Acme movie, which by all accounts is really funny and really hilarious. It was done. It was in the can. It was tested. It got the green light. Everybody seemed to love it. And then for reasons unbeknownst other than tax write-offs, the Warner Brothers studio decided let's not put it out at all. And so there was this huge kind of like uproar from the stars of the movie. They're like, we don't know. This test scores were through the roof. Everybody seemed to love it. We don't understand why it's not being released. And then it had a Hall H panel over the weekend at Comic-Con that was absolutely packed, and by all accounts, one of the best panels that happened at Comic-Con over the weekend, and got everybody excited about the August 28th, 2026 release of this movie. And a studio called Ketchup Entertainment, which I'm sure, Big J, you haven't heard of.
No.
They have released the last couple of Looney Tunes movies that have done pretty well at the box office. They are going to release the movie theatrically. They purchased it. But I wonder if Warner Brothers, I can't imagine they are, because it doesn't seem like they admit they make any kind of mistakes, regardless of what they are, whether it's shelving the Batwoman movie that's also complete or this one and not giving them the light of day unless somebody gives them a lot of money. It feels like there's a buzz around this movie and a publicity that you really can't purchase. And a lot of the reasons why that's happening is because Warner Brothers seems to have fumbled it so poorly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, the buzz around it was big. It has a huge, Hall H is a huge hall. We've been to the Comic-Con Hall H. It's gigantic.
Yeah.
And the thing was packed for this particular panel, and it seems like they were really, really silly to do what they did. But maybe that's one of the secrets to its success. I don't know. I wonder if people would care as much if there wasn't that much drama surrounding it, I guess is my question.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I don't know if we'll ever know the answer to it. But
it's just like the Batgirl thing.
Yeah, but Batgirl doesn't seem to have this kind, like nobody's clamoring for
yes,
it.
Well, I mean, there were some people when it was fresh. I mean, this is a year removed.
It's
from
probably
that, but
because The Flash was so bad.
Yeah,
And
we're like,
Michael Keaton is in this one too, but it just was one of those deals. Maybe they just don't care. I don't know. But I don't think we'll ever see Batgirl, but we are going to see Coyote versus Acme. Especially now since DC has moved on almost entirely from whatever they were doing back then. It's another reason why we probably won't see it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There is your important stuff. It is the X Rocks.
Are incredibly f***ed up. Oh man, we're going to hell.
Rotten hell, you worthless maggot!
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Big J, your diet plays a large role in how long you're going to be on this mortal coil. Agree or disagree?
So they say.
You don't believe it, though?
I don't know.
You think it's all just propaganda?
I don't know about propaganda, but I don't think it's exact as they
Hang on.
think it is.
All right, we're going to Hell Story, maybe Big J's hot take. What is it? What do you think?
Well, it depends on what this is, because I just had a researcher who said, hey, good eggs are actually not as bad for you as they thought.
Well, listen.
So everything is depending upon the research, and I don't have time to research the research. You know what I'm saying? So
I get
sometimes
it.
I don't always believe everything that they're saying.
No, I know you don't always believe everything that they're saying. But I do believe that there certainly are, again, what we're finding is there's a lot of outliers in a lot of things. But we do know that if you, eat nothing but trash for a very long time, it's probably not going to end well for you, you know?
Yeah. Sure.
Those are kind of the things that I'm talking about. Not that it, we used to say it was okay for you to drink, a glass of wine a day, and now we're not so sure. Those are all just kind of inside, outside kind of things that come and go. And what may affect some person may not affect somebody totally. But what I can say is, at least after this particular instance, if your diet consists of, I don't know, nothing but beer for a month straight, it's not going to work out for you.
No food?
Zero food whatsoever.
Yeah, that's not good.
There was a 44-year-old gentleman that was trying to live his life that way and wanted to see what his life would be like on an all-beer diet. Now, it doesn't sound like he was doing this in a challenge kind of way. The more I read into this story, the more it sounds like this dude was just in a real deep depression. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He recently got divorced from his wife. He hadn't seen his 16-year-old son in a while. He was holding up in a one-bedroom apartment, and it felt like he was at the end of days no matter what, and just super depressed. So what they realized was his diet for the last month consisted of nothing but beer. And his home was surrounded by beer bottles in every, it was almost like a hoarder kind of mentality. You know what I mean? So it was gross.
He was going to drink himself to death.
Yeah, he was basically leaving Las Vegas in his life. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Would you be surprised to find out that it worked, Big J?
What do you mean?
He didn't make it past the month.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Basically, what had happened now they're still trying to find out if the beer caused this particular thing to happen or advanced it or whatever the case may be. But essentially, he suffered a seizure about 29 days into his all-beer diet and became unconscious. Unfortunately, by the time they arrived to the scene, the paramedics were not able to revive the patient, and that was it. He had been drinking only beer for over a month. No water, no other liquids, no other foods. And when his kid came home from school one day, found his dad in his bed, dead. Not great, right?
Oh, my God.
Surrounded by beer bottles. It was the first time that he saw his dad in a little over 3 weeks. And that's when he noticed that his dad was basically doing an only beer diet. That's not great. They found over 300 empty beer bottles neatly arranged on the bedroom floor with a narrow path between them, which basically was his street from out of his bed into the bathroom.
Good Lord.
And apparently he refused to eat anything as well. Although the man's son did not know anything about underlying health conditions he might have had, he did mention that he basically had taken refuge in drinking after getting a divorce. Apparently, there's some sort of emotional strain that may have replaced food with beer. We know how, your head can react to terrible situations like that, right? Now,
yeah, that seems extreme.
Of course, beer is rich in calories, but it does lack essential nutrients. So relying on it as a food replacement poses serious risk, including nutrient deficiency and liver damage because of the alcohol content. Now, nutrient deficiency can cause seizures, and so that is where the medical professionals are going to look into this and see, okay, did the actual lack of food cause this man to suffer a seizure and die? Yes, exactly. Because all he was doing it was drinking beer. Don't have an answer? Odds are it probably didn't help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows if the seizure was coming, whether he wanted to or not. That you never know with that kind of thing, but it certainly isn't a great thing to do. So if you're on an all-beer diet, this is Nick and Big J telling you, hey, knock it off. Eat something, huh?
Yeah, throw in a pizza.
I mean, we know you're depressed, but yeah, throw in the pizza. Maybe that will help things out a little bit, and you get other nutrients.
Leave the house sober. Get out and do something.
All right. Well, yeah, those are fantastic advice. Easier said than done sometimes, as you may well know. But certainly a better alternative than drinking yourself to death, Nick Cage, and leaving Las Vegas style. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X Rocks. That is Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Of course, gosh, we hope by now, if we've been doing our job, you know that XFest 2025 is just a couple of months away, Big J.
Yeah, man, October 1st.
It is happening at the Ford Idaho Center Amphitheater. We are very excited to it. We've always said there is and more to be attached to XFest, and we are ready to announce the and more, Big J, because for the first time in 2 years, we are going to bring back the XFest Battle of the Bands, and we are very excited about it because it gives local bands an opportunity to share the stage with some of the biggest bands in rock, and it's not easy to get that opportunity, and we love having the opportunity to give that to local bands because local music is a big part of our DNA here on the X, is it not, Big J?
Absolutely. 100%.
And so if you want to be a part of it, Big J, what are the things that people need to know about the Battle of the Bands concert?
Well, the Battle of Bands concert, the actual date of it would be nice. They need to know that. That's September 5th at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. And so basically, you're going to show up. You're going to use your ticket to vote for which band you think is the most deserving, or your favorite, whatever have you. And that will be the band with the most votes that goes on to open for XFest 2025. Now, to get there, to find the bands, we need them to enter at xrock.com.
Yep, we are looking for 5 bands to play the Battle of the Bands happening at the Rev Center on September 5th. And if you want your local band to be in consideration, you need to head to xrock.com right now. There's a form there that you fill out, you send it to us, and our committee will select 5 bands that will get the honor to share the stage together on that Friday night at the Rev Center. And then the audience will choose which band is going to open up XFest 2025. It is a great way to exercise your democratic, responsibilities. It's not us making the decision, Big J. It is our listeners. It's the fans of local music here in the Treasure Valley. That is the best way to make the decision, at least as far as I'm concerned. It's out of our hands, number one. That always makes me feel good. Number two,
wait, it's not our fault. Hey, listen, we have been, after 25 years, 30 years of the X being the X, we've tried every iteration there is of a Battle of the Bands, from having, celebrity judges decide. I mean, this is, I think, the most fair. We wish every band could play, but we just don't have that kind of, money to be able to put on weeks and weeks of shows, etc. But, I think this is the most fair that we can get when it comes to deciding a band to open for XFest.
And as you are aware, the 5 bands that will be selected for this lineup will have an allocation of tickets in equal amounts so that they can give them out to fans and to friends. And then there will be some additional ones for sale as well. We'll have some to give away. So lots of opportunities to attend this concert. And we just got to figure out who it is. Now, the details that you need to know is bands have until the 15th of August to enter in. Once that happens, there is a cutoff where you no longer can enter. We will announce the lineup for the Battle of the Bands on Monday the 18th. That's when you'll know the 5 bands that will be duking it out for an opportunity to play at XFest 2025. So, local bands, you have your mission. You need to know where you need to go. You go to xrock.com. You can access it via the app as well. And you can enter in for your band to be in the running for the Battle of the Bands if you would like the opportunity to open up for XFest 2025. So we had to take a year off, but we are happy that the local bands have an opportunity to have the stage at XFest 2025 once again. It's one of the staples of what makes XFest as far as I'm concerned, Big J.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And
100%.
It was a big thing of how we wanted to celebrate our 30th anniversary was to give some local bands some spotlight, and we have the opportunity to do that yet again, so that is good thing. So, you have your mission, spread the word, tell the local band that you like, that you want them to play, and give them an opportunity to do so, and make sure they head to xrock.com to enter to be a part of the fun for XFest 2025. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some important stuff is next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
They did it, Big J, especially for those of you that like to travel around the United States of America and abroad. They found out the biggest tourist traps in the world.
Oh.
Now, I know you've been all around this great big world and you've seen a lot of things. I'm not going to ask you to find the biggest one in the world, but how about the United States of America? It's a place you've definitely heard of. Can you think of a place that you're just like, there's no way that's good, or it's way too overhyped, it doesn't live up to the hype?
Like a tourist place that's way overhyped?
Yes. There's two of them that they've listed, at least, that made the top 10 in the globe that happened here in the United States.
Let's see. I'm going to say the Grand Canyon?
Nope, Grand Canyon. I think that's worth the hype. It did not make the list.
All right.
I think you've been... I don't know if you've been to either of these, so that's maybe making it a little bit difficult.
Let's go with Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore's number 2.
Okay, yeah, that seems overhyped to me.
Yeah. Number 1 is Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I have a couple times.
Did you enjoy it?
I mean, it was okay.
And that's exactly, I think that's the...
Well, then, if you're going to put Fisherman's Wharf on there, it's the same with Pike's Place in Seattle. I mean, it's the same atmosphere.
Yeah, but I don't think it's got as much hype. As you have the one picture, I think, the public market picture that everybody takes when they're in Seattle, but I don't think it has the nationwide kind of like knowledge that Fisherman's Wharf has. It has the ball game, the stadium there. It's got Alcatraz right off the thing. The Golden Gate Bridge isn't too far away, but it is really difficult to get in and around. And once you're there, you're kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. And then, yes, Mount Rushmore and Wall Drug, specifically in South Dakota, number 2. Almost 1,000 negative reviews each attached to each property. And so perhaps that is why it's one of those situations where they just don't like it. Now, the rest of the world, Las Ramblas in Spain is number 1, and then Checkpoint Charlie in Germany. Edinburgh's Royal Mike also made the unimpressive tourist spots. One place that I've been, the Temple Bar in Dublin. Everybody takes a picture. I took a picture when I was outside Temple Bar. I went inside for a pint, and then I was like, there's lots of cooler places around here that is much less crowded that I can go to, and enjoyed many other parts of Ireland. But of course I did have to stop by Temple Bar in Dublin. You can't not do it. It's like Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. Yeah. If you're there, you have to at least go. But is it worth it? Therein lies the question. And I imagine there's plenty of people that have great experiences at both Mount Rushmore and Fisherman's Wharf. Of course, there's your individual experience as well. It's just a lot of hype around those particular things. Big J, training camps have kicked off around the NFL. Hell, we have the Hall of Fame game this Thursday, Big J. And lots of people are looking forward to the regular season. That starts on September 4th. But there's some benchmarks and pretty big milestones that could be hit this season in the NFL. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is within striking distance of passing his former teammate Brett Favre on the all-time touchdown list. That would put Rodgers 4th on the list. Rodgers also has a chance this season to become the 5th quarterback ever to defeat all 32 teams. The Steelers, if he plays, will have to play and defeat the Packers in October in order for him to do that. Of course, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees are the only other players on that list. Derrick Henry just needs one rushing touchdown to enter the top 5 all time, surpassing Jim Brown, which would be quite the feat. Mike Evans has a chance to break Jerry Rice's receiving one of his records. He's got to get 1,000 yards receiving this season to do it in 12 seasons. He's tied right now with Rice at 11. That would break the all-time record. Travis Kelce needs a solid year to move into the top 5 on the all-time receptions list. If he gets 98 this year, that would make him pass like Isaac Bruce, Andre Johnson, Terrell Owens, and Chris Carter, among others. And then Patrick Mahomes is on pace to reach 250 career passing touchdowns. That's faster than any quarterback in NFL history. Of course, a reminder, Big J, they play much more games now than they did back in the day. But if he throws 5 touchdowns in the span of 8 games, which I think will probably happen for Mr. Mahomes, he'll beat the record held by Aaron Rodgers. So there's some pretty big milestones in 2025 to keep an eye out for, and then maybe some teams that could surprise you. Are you starting to think about fantasy football yet, Big J?
Yeah.
Or are you still kind of blocking that out?
No, I mean, you got to now. Just start paying attention to camp, dude.
Yep, and the preseason games and injuries and starting lineups and all those kind of things will be ready to go. Before you know it, the Morning After Fantasy Football League will be kicking off for the 19th year somehow. Big J, crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're into this or not. You said you have abandoned ship from Rick and Morty. Is that correct, Big J?
No, not completely. No,
You still
I just
kinda-
haven't. I just need to watch the last season.
Got it.
I haven't done that.
Well, the new one's on. Do you mean that one or the one before that?
The one before.
Okay, so you're 2 behind. At
Yeah,
this
I
point.
was like, my interest got repeaked with the James Gunn, Zack Snyder
Oh, okay.
bit.
Yeah. They had a little fun with that.
Yeah.
They are going to have their first spin-off, unless you count the anime as a spin-off. Do you count it as a spin-off?
No, because I think it's the show.
Yeah.
Just an anime style.
But they announced at Comic-Con over the weekend that there will be a spin-off series called President Curtis, Big J. It will focus on Keith David's character of the President of the United States of America that's popped up on several Rick and Morty episodes. Of course, Dan Harmon will be involved in it. The show will follow Andre Curtis, who is the president, and the team as they navigate various crises. Stephanie Beatrice and Jim Rash, of course, who has a connection with Dan Harmon with his Community Days. They will also provide their voice talents to this particular show, which people thought was kind of a joke at first, but nope, it's happening, and it will be on Adult Swim. Season 1 will be coming soon. So any interest in the President spin-off?
Yeah, I mean, those episodes always made me laugh.
They are fun, and Keith David's great.
He's the best.
We will have an opportunity to enjoy that coming soon to a TV near you. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. Your Pop Culture Smackdown next on the X.
Pop Culture Smackdown.
Right.
Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Hey, and for bad impressions for this morning, we got some tickets for you. Less Than Jake's Summer Circus with Fishbone, Suicide Machines, and Catbite. This is happening at the Shriner Social Club on Thursday, August 7th. So that's next week, I believe. We'll get you squared away with these tickets here if you can beat Nick and Pop Culture Smackdown.
Should be pretty easy today. 208-287-1003. I've been pretty unplugged for the last couple of days, so unless you're kind of patterning your questions around Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, the graphic novel that I read, or Dungeon Crawler Carl, I'm going to be in big trouble. So 208-287-1003.
Dungeon Crawler Carl?
A wonderful book series. Highly recommend.
Wait, 12?
No. It's definitely for adults, and it's really great. But you don't read books, so it's not for you. I'm just
I'm not going to read
recommending
your
it
books.
for
I
the
read
listener.
books, just not...
It's not Jack Reacher. 208-287-1003. If you'd like to play for these really cool tickets, we wish you the best of luck. Are you ready, Big J?
Yeah.
Here we go. Hello, the X. Hello? Hello? Hello, the X.
Hi,
Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
Steve.
All right, Steve, you're up first. Good luck.
Steve, name the iconic 1990s romantic drama that starred Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. They're currently filming a sequel to in New York. Is it Lost in Translation, The Devil Wears Prada, or A River Runs Through It?
Devil Wears Prada.
Nice. Nicely done, Nick. Sir. Nick, Elizabeth Berkley, born on this day in 1972, is famous for playing Jessie Spano on what teen sitcom?
Saved by the Bell.
That is 100% correct. What actress famous for Full House was caught up in a college entrance scandal? Was it Lori Loughlin, Elizabeth Olsen, or Kim Cattrall?
Lori Loughlin.
That's right on the money, man. Nick, what was Lori Loughlin's character's name on Full House?
Becky?
Yes. Or would have accepted Aunt Becky as well. So well done there. What speed did they need to keep the bus at in the movie Speed?
55.
Yeah, nice. Well done. Nick, Bullock's breakout role was as an FBI agent in Miss Congeniality. What was her character's name?
I never saw any of the Miss Congeniality movies. I would argue she had her breakout in Speed, but I don't know because I never saw any of them. Is it Miss Congeniality?
No.
Did she win Miss Congeniality?
Yeah, of course.
So then by default, am I right?
No, that's not her actual name.
What is her name?
Gracie Hart.
There you go. Sir, did you know that, Steve?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's one of those deals where, like, they made 2 of those, right?
Yes.
Did you see the sequel?
Yes, I did.
Is it as good as the first one?
No.
Okay. Is the first one good, or
Yeah,
is it
it's
just
funny.
okay?
It's very funny.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, Miss Congeniality 2 is funny. It's just not as funny as the first.
High bar to set when you have Miss Congeniality. Congratulations, Steve. You got tickets to Less Than Jake. Hang on 1 second. Make sure you're all set and good to go there. We got your headlines next on the X.
News you can barely use. It's headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
headlines are as follows. Take that, Google. Delicious. And hey, big guy.
Delicious.
Archaeologists have uncovered what they believe to be the remains of a medieval knight beneath a former ice cream parlor in Poland. The tomb, discovered on July the 8th, is estimated to date back to the 13th or the 14th century. The skeleton measured approximately 5 feet 6 inches, so he's a short king, and is believed to have belonged to a 40-year-old man. A hand-carved limestone tombstone depicting a knight holding a shield could be found over the grave, indicating that the individual was likely a knight. However, the worn coat of arms in the shield makes it difficult to determine which ruler the knight served. The tombstone and skeleton have been transferred to the Archaeological Museum in Poland for further analysis. Researchers hope to learn more about the identity and origins of the knight through the continued study, with plans to release their findings next year. But in the meantime, if you're that ice cream parlor, you take advantage of that, right?
I guess. Sounds like some Last Crusade stuff.
Could be. I mean, you change your name to Sir Scoops, and you start serving out some specials, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
This is marketing meant to be. But it could have been a poltergeist situation, too. Maybe that night was haunting them, and that's why the ice cream parlor had to be dug up. I don't know. I do not know.
Sounds like a mess.
It does. I mean, technically, we all have to be buried over something, right? I mean, building over some people, don't we?
I mean, it's going to be a real mess in about 3,000 years. Like, we found another building. Oh, my God. These skyscrapers. Oh,
That's why we're going up instead of down. Take that, Google, or hey, big guy.
hey, big guy.
A family in Oklahoma City didn't have finding a naked 400-pound man in their home on their bingo card last week, but they were staring down. That's what happened when they found an intruder in their home. The bear burglar, identified as Corey Cisco, didn't stay long because the homeowners grabbed their guns and he bolted out the back door. He ran across the yard and then jumped into a pond where he stayed for about an hour. Blake Overstreet, who owns the house, says he just waded in the water, very much hippopotamus-like, which feels like it's a fat joke.
Oh, man,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
What the hell?
He was dodging snakes and snapping turtles while he was in there. Police eventually showed up and coaxed him out of the pond. He was under the influence, of course, and he has been arrested for indecent exposure and public intoxication. Big J. I mean, listen, nobody wants to walk into a house to anybody, let alone a naked person. That's not great.
Let alone a naked fat man.
Right, then you gotta call him a hippopotamus? That seems, it's all the moon. Wrap it up with Take That, Google. An appeal court in Argentina has ruled in favor of a man who was photographed naked in his yard by Google Street View. The court awarded him about $13,000, saying that his dignity was flagrantly violated by the service. The man, who also is a police officer, was photographed from behind and felt ridiculed after the image surfaced online and then on TV. The judges emphasized the man's privacy and intimacy were clearly invaded as he was captured within his home, behind a fence over 6.5 feet tall. But the Google Map image, of course, is above the car, which gets over those fences. Google argued that the man's fence should be higher, but the court upheld the ruling in favor of the man.
Good job, courts.
So, $13,000 seems like, I don't know, man. If you're caught naked, you should get more than that, right?
I mean, listen, that's his free money. I mean, he was just in his backyard.
I guess. And it's only his butt that people saw, so I guess it could be worse, right?
Yeah.
But I guess that means, I guess 13,000 is the going rate for butt pics, Big J, if you want to get that up and going.
No, thanks.
All right. Just an option. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It is the X Rocks.
Bad impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, bad impressions here. We're going to get you some tickets. The Firebird Nighttime Nationals. I'm sorry, the Nightfire Nationals are happening this weekend. So we'll get you a pair of tickets to Firebird Raceway's Nightfire Nationals August 1st through the 3rd. Should be pretty awesome. It's always fun out there. And in order to get these, you just need to figure out bad impressions today, Nick.
All right. You want to see some racing? Then get on the phone. 208-287-1003. We'll hook you up with a pair if you can figure out Big J's bad impressions, which work like this. Big J has 3 clues. They all revolve around somebody pretty famous. Is that true? It's a person today?
It's a band.
It's a band.
Well, it's kind of a person, but it's a band.
Like I said, it's a band. And if you can figure out that band in 3 clues or less, congratulations. It will be you going to check out the Nightfire Nationals coming up next weekend at Firebird Raceway. It should be a lot of fun. Good luck to everybody. Hello, the X.
Hi.
How you doing, man? What's your name?
Good, John.
All right, John, you're up first, man. Good luck.
It's a band here, John, if we're remind you about that. We're straight out of Vacaville, California. Sometimes we call Boise Vacaville, Idaho.
Oh, okay. Next.
Our album Infest was anything but our last resort.
Okay.
Like most roaches, you can't kill us.
Papa Roach.
There you go.
What
you
a
got
wonderful guess, John. Good job, man. Hang on one second. We're sending you to the Night Fire Nationals at Firebird Raceway. Hold tight. We'll get some information from you. Hey, why is Papa Roach in the news?
Well, you know, we love us Papa Roach here. And Jacoby Shaddix, the lead singer of Papa Roach, has got himself a birthday today. Happy birthday, Jacoby, 49 years old. And I want to tell you, man, this guy is so awesome. He was my first ever live on-air radio interview. It was phenomenal. And just over the years, he's just been so generous to us and generous to myself. A few years ago, he helped out with the Alzheimer's Association and something I was doing for the longest day. And just can't say enough about that guy's energy and just what he brings in not only that and writing songs and all of that. Of course, Dave Buckner living here in the Treasure Valley. We got a chance to get to know those guys a lot more personally and just couldn't be happier to have those guys continuing to write more music and doing amazing things.
Yeah, for sure. Hell, we just they got the new song out, so you
Brain
can hear
dead.
it on the X right now. But yes, happy birthday, Jacoby. Seriously, one of the best guys in rock and best guys, period. Always gives us more than our fair share of time whenever we have a chance to talk with them or they have a chance to come to town. And we're due for one of those. Last time it was X-Fest, right?
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's
Come on
go.
back. Let's go. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We'll wrap up the show here next on the X.
For Clock Drain.
9 Inch Nails, that's brand new stuff from them, as alive as you need me to be here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. That wraps things up for us on this Monday. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's always appreciated. Of course, we did have a chance to get a grade from Big J, who got a C- this weekend, but he knew going in it was going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
But still, hey, listen, you can graduate with a C-. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. You keep saying that.
Well, it's important for you to remember. And, of course, we also had a chance to give away some tickets to Less Than Jake, as well as some beautiful tickets to the Firebird Raceway. That will continue tomorrow. And keywords coming your way for our Alaskan cruise this week. That's our Summer of Fun trip number 7. We also announced that X-Fest Battle of the Bands is returning. It's happening Friday, September 5th at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center, where your votes will decide what band opens up X-Fest 2025. Lineup isn't set yet. We need local bands to enter in and have some fun and put in for the opportunity for them to be on stage there September 5th at the Revolution Center. Tickets are going to go on sale at 10 a.m. If you want to get in no matter what, that'll be available at xrock.com and Ticketmaster.com as well. But it is happening. Battle of the Bands is returning, and we are excited for it. But that leaves you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, man. I was so frustrated over the weekend, Nick. Did you get a chance to watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I have not yet. No, I'm planning on doing it at some point this week. I was tonight, but now we're going to the movie.
Yeah.
So,
well, we've been planning on that for a while, going to the movie on Monday, remember. But my problem is this, and I know if this has happened to you. I went to watch Happy Gilmore on Netflix, the original, because I was like, I want to watch the first one, been a minute, and stuck on ads. Just freezes on the ads. That happened to me multiple times after restarting, and I just got so upset. I'm like, no!
Did it, like you would get through the movie and then it would freeze again?
Before the movie plays, there's ads. So it plays the 2 ads, and then it just freezes.
And Happy Gilmore's the only thing it's doing that with? Or
No,
is
it's happened to me on a recurring basis.
Is it a Netflix only thing?
I don't know.
Or is it other
I mean,
stuff?
it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
No, I mean Netflix because I'm more on the ad-supported tier of that. But that's super frustrating.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I don't even want, maybe disgusted. And I'm like, I don't even want to watch this now.
You just turned it off or played video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can understand the frustration. I was going to bring up something ad-related, too. It's notice it because I only have a few things that have ad tiers in them, and one of them is Paramount Plus. And, like, they're log jamming more breaks into
It's like regular
the programming.
TV sets.
Yeah, so you'll have to sit through like a minute and a half worth of ads before the show starts. I get that. Then the show's credit scene starts, and then they break again, and I'm like, bro. And you're going in like every almost 7 minutes or something, and I'm like, I think they make it egregious so that you pay. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They give you that additional tier so that you do that because it is because I remember Paramount Plus is something I watch on the regular with the kids because that's what the kids programming is on. I know that there weren't as many as there are now. So I know they're clearly finding points to put stuff in. But yeah, it's almost like they just want you to spend more money. Is really
Yeah.
they want you to get so frustrated that either you tear up or you completely ball out. And you have bailed out before, so don't test Big J Netflix.
Yeah.
You know how this is going to end.
Sons of, you know what? It's,
You're scared to say bitches now?
I don't know.
Morning After with
It's
Nick
Monday after a long week.
and Big J. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rocks.
Hon?